What is up, guys? Ninja Dude here, and new location. Technically, eh, not really a new location. I picked up a new Magic the Gathering. This is just the deck builders toolkit, and I haven't opened this box yet. I have not opened the main box yet, but it did come with a little booklet for me to flip through. About the basics of building a deck, lands, and the quote unquote meta that we've seen start emerging around them. So yeah, this is basic starter knowledge for like what you could probably get out of your deck. Okay, basic stuff. My first impression around this sleeve that it came packaged with. This feels much firmer and rigid than the other ones that I have downstairs. But I think that's simply because it's new. Those other ones I've had since I was like 13, I think. So they probably just got worn down due to age. But that's just the casing onto the meat and potatoes of the real thing here. All right. Cardboard, very useful. Thank you. We have the usual. Okay, we have 4 boosters, and they are of different recent packs. I have one from Core Set 20, War of the Spark, Throne of Eldraine, and Theros Beyond Death, which I might start calling Thanos Beyond Death, honestly. And we have these 4 packs that I think are from other recent releases from Magic. I'm going to start with the booster packs. Let's start with the Core Set 20. It wouldn't be an unboxing video if I couldn't understand how to open some plastic. There we go. Okay. Ooh, a counter spell right off the bat. I like those. Okay. All right, I'm just seeing. Okay. A few interesting things here. I think we have a couple of zombies, which I do have a zombie deck. It's a white-black zombie deck. I mean, the zombie deck I have is decent at stalling things down just a little bit while also having a ton of creatures that are decent at chump blocking. And they're decent at gaining some life, just barely, though. First thing I noticed was Undead Servant, 3/2 black zombie. And basically for every one of him I have in the graveyard, okay, let's say I had 2 of him in the graveyard and I pull another one out there. Not only do I get this, I get 2 black zombie token creatures because I would have had 2 of him in the graveyard. I think that's actually interesting, but the problem is I only have 1 of him, and I would need maybe like 3 or 4 more to get some mileage out of this, but I still think it's cool. I did also see, where the hell was it? Yes, the Gravedigger. Ooh, I'm definitely going to be adding this one. It's a 2/2, but weirdly expensive for a 2/2. It costs 4 total, 1 swamp and 3 extra. When it enters the battlefield, though, I return a target creature from my graveyard to my hand, which I think would be very useful. And right, I got a dual land. It's a green-black, and it's tapped, and I gain a life when it enters, which I think is kind of cool. Token creature is very standard, 2/2 wolf, green, from the looks of it. But the main points I'm here for are I got 2 uncommons and a rare, which is like the actual. I do look a lot of the commons, but I tend to also try to pay attention for the more quote-unquote rare ones. um, okay, I need to make sure I'm reading this right, because this sounds... That sounds broken as fuck. Okay, Loaming Shaman is a 3/2, and it costs 3, 1 forest, 2 extra. Here's the effect. When Loaming Shaman enters the battlefield, target player shuffles any number of target cards from their graveyard into their library. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that's phrased, it almost sounds like if you're down to the wire. Like, I think if someone has like a nil deck, or whatever, the nil, wherever, the one where you basically have to graveyard everything from your library, it sounds like a decent counter to that. I don't know. The only time I faced a dude with a nil deck was got 8th grade, and like I sucked. I first ever like shop I went to actually play a round of Magic with complete randos. I pull up as a complete newbie to the game. No mercy. 2-0 out of the gate. That man came to win. I'll give him that. Portal of Sanctuary, an artifact. Okay, I think I can get behind this one. Basically, if I tap a land and tap this, I can return a target creature and any aura cards attached to it back to its owner's hands. I like that. If you need to like lighten up what yeah, if you need to like lighten any load of what your opponent can defend with, or say that they cast like Lust for War or something on one of your guys, and you need to quickly like refresh it just to get it off your guy, I would get that. Okay, Repeated Reverberation is instant. When you next cast an instant... Okay, when you next cast an instant spell, cast a sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty ability for this turn, copy that spell or ability twice. You may choose new targets for the copies. I have no idea what the fuck that is. I'll definitely ask one of my friends about this. He seems much more knowledgeable about Magic than I am, so I'm just going to ask my friend about that and try to get some extra insight. All in all, the M20 pack, pretty good stuff. What I didn't get to was some decent... I got some decent white cards which could go well in... A couple of my white decks, actually, could probably benefit from having these. Some basic elementals, a counter spell, as I mentioned earlier, would go perfect in my... I think it's the blue-red I have. Oh, perfect. A little 1/1 that costs 1 mountain. Easy to get that at the start of the game. He's definitely going in either my red-green or blue-red. Uh, Brightwood Tracker has like an interesting ability. Basically, reveal a creature from the top four of your library, put it into your hand, and then whatever you don't pick goes to the bottom of the library. I don't think I would get much use out of that. He's a 2/4. I at least get some use out of that. Dagger Sail Aeronaut is a 3/2, and it has. It technically doesn't have flying. It has, once it is your turn, that he has flying. I think that's interesting. Yeah, M20 pack. I like it. I like what it has to offer. We're just gonna put those down here. Fuck. Immediately fell over. I'm just gonna put them over here. All right, next, and trash pile's gonna go over there. Okay. Next, the Theros Beyond Death. Okay, first one I see is Aspect of Manticore. Enchantment Aura. It has Flash. And for any newcomers, Flash basically means you can cast it like an instant. The main point, I think this is like an aura that has more benefit to being cast as an instant than it does being cast as just a plain old aura. Because there's an effect that when it's played, the enchanted creature gains first strike till end of turn. So say that you choose to block something with a creature you really, really don't feel like losing. Go ahead and put Aspect of Manticore on it, and done. Done and dusted. Boom. It's a wrap. Whoa. Rumbling Sentry is a 3/6, and when it enters Scry 1, I think I can get something out of that. I don't know. I think he's a bit too expensive. He costs 5, 2 planes, 3 extra. Yeah, it's probably a bit expensive. Oh, that is perfect. Myers Grasp. We're still in the commons, by the way. Enchanted creature it's an aura, and it costs 2, a swamp and another one. Enchanted creature gets -3/-3. I think that is perfect. And it doesn't even have anything bad like can't attack or can't block added to it, which it still makes the creature weakened, but I don't know. I feel like there's something you could do with that. Okay. Nice, nice. Oh, fuck yeah. I got some interesting ones back here. Okay. So let's start with the token creature. It's a 0/1 goat, uh, swamp based from the looks of it. I'm sorry, the lighting here is not that great. The swamp is like this really cool art design. I fucking love the art design on this. I'll try to get a better picture if I can, or maybe I'll try to get a better picture of that if I can. Okay. I found a common in the back, and the first thing I said to myself is, why is there a common in the back of the pack where the other stuff is? I don't know how well you could tell, probably a good bit. It has like the metallic finish over top of it to where it like reflects the light, and I love that. Love that shit right there. Okay. Oh shit, that's a land? Huh. Well, I have a colorless land. That was the rare for this pack. But for 4 land, I could tap this and remove a target attacking or blocking creature from combat. I have no idea what the point of that would be, but hey, maybe I could. Sorry about that. I could probably find something useful out of that. Next. Sage of Mysteries. It's 0/2, and it only costs a single island. I like that. Whenever another enchantment enters the battlefield under my control. Oh. I like this. Whenever an artifact, sorry, an enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. I'm going to build a deck around these. I'm going to go to the store or like TCG Trader or whatever and buy a ton of these. Because, yeah, I'm basically going to build a nil deck. The new meta. New year, new meta for me. Mill decks, or nil decks, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't care. The shit where you basically discard your entire library. The one that I took a second to admire was Siona, captain of the Pyleas. It's a 2/2, costs a forest, a plains, and an extra. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of my library. Wow. I reveal an aura card and put it into my hand, and the rest on the bottom in any order. And whenever an aura card becomes attached to a creature I control, create a 1/1 white human soldier token. I like that. I think I could probably... Do I have a... I might have a white-green this would fit well in. I like it. And the last one here is the Dreamstalker Manticore. It's a 4/2 and it costs 3. I like. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn... What? It deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever I cast my first spell during each opponent. I have no idea. Again, this is one of those ones where I don't know if I lost brain cells in the past 18 minutes. I'm going to ask someone about how the fuck that works. I don't know. Pretty good. These could probably even out my more obscure decks that I don't really use that much, but I could probably... Oh, was that fucking with the audio quality? Yeah, sorry if me bumping the headphones fucks with the audio quality. Just the strand of hair just fucking won't go towards the back of my head. Because I'm using the inline mic on my headphones instead of... There we go. Sorry about that. Instead of the mic on my laptop, because my mic on my laptop sounds heinous. It's really bad. We're going to put that over there. Put this with the rest of it. Next, the Throne of Eldraine. What? Off the bat, I'm okay. The past like 20 seconds. Let me give you a rundown. I see artifact equipment, crystal slipper. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 in haste. I like that. Next one I see, it's I don't know how you'd play this. And that has like two separate ability sheets. I'm gonna have to ask the guy about that. Yeah, I have no idea how you would do that. What? Did I miss something here? We just got three crazy ones in a row. Mantle of Tides, another equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. I like that. Again, I might have lost brain cells. Whenever I draw my second card each turn, a, if this is meant to be used in like, it is meant to be used in conjunction with another thing that gets you an extra card a turn. I don't know, but it's interesting. Okay, Raging Redcap, nice and simple. So 1/2 costs 3 for some reason and has double strike. Nice and simple. Return to nature, basically choose one, simple stuff for now. Another fucking equipment. Holy fuck. I All right, before I get to the equipment, I got another double thing like this. I don't know how you would do that. I don't know how you would do that. Uh, it, it beats me, honestly. But right, giant skewer. That is the equipment I got. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Whenever it deals damage to a creature, create a food token. And that is great. It's simple. Create food token, sacrifice the food. I gain 3 life. Easy, breezy, beautiful, cover girl. Not sponsored. Please don't sue me. Please, I don't have any money. I spent all my money on this. Jousting dummy. It's a 2/1, costs 2. I could give it a buff to give it +1/+0 for the rest of the turn. Another one. Yeah, I don't know about these doubles. I just don't know how they work. Holy shit. Okay, token creature is giant, 7/7. It's fucking massive. Uh, Standard mountain, pretty good, pretty good. Iron Crag Pyromancer. Again, it has this little metallic thing to it. I like that. Yeah, I think this is another one where if you have. Yeah, I think this is another one where if you have like a system to where you get more than one card a turn, it's great. Yeah, because whenever I draw a second card a turn, I get to deal 3 damage to any target, which is great. My opponent won't know what the hell hit them. Shouldn't really be that rough with the card I just got. I What? I Iron Crag feet, Feat, not Feet. Add 7 mountain, and I can only cast one more spell this turn. 7 mountain, and it costs 4. I I don't know the practical use for this. I'm sure someone who's big brain could probably help me out here. I don't know. I really haven't played Magic since I think Core Set 19 was the last time I really played Magic in depth. It might have been hell, I don't even remember. Last one from the pack is Venerable Knight. Okay, pretty simple. 2/1 cost of planes already, pretty good. But when it dies, I put a +1/+1 on a target knight I control, meaning I'm now going to build a knight deck out of this. We have a ton of decks that are just going to get added to, just build them from scratch. This damn strand of hair needs to... Fuck. I hope me bumping into the thing is not fucking with the audio. If it is, I'm sorry. Alright. Alright, we got one more 15 card pack to look through. That's War of the Spark. As usual, I cannot open plastic. I have no idea why, but I have no idea why. When I pulled this stack out, it felt like at least 1 or 2 cards thicker than the other ones. I can't tell you why. Another zombie. This one's actually interesting. It's a 2/3. And I could tap 3 lands to sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. I draw a card and gain a life. I think I might be able to find some use out of that. I have no idea. Centaur Nurturer. When it enters the battlefield, I gain 3 life. That alone kind of makes it worth it. And I could tap it to add a mana of any color. I think I could definitely fit that in a lot of decks I have. Well, okay. My first planeswalker. That is my first planeswalker, and it is weird. Because normally, if you buy certain packs, because I bought this at Target, not even 2 hours ago. But normally, when you look at the other packs on display there, they have like the Planeswalker. You know, you could see it through like the thing of plastic. Well, I bought one of these types, and completely out of the blue. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Okay, there's some good stuff in here. I know I was really silent that last one. I'm just trying to not drag this down so much because we've already hit the 30-minute mark, and I just want to keep it rolling. Basic stuff. Swamp and wolf token creature. Standard stuff. I have something I can fit in my white-green. Is it a white-green or is it a white-blue? Fuck. I don't know. I'll take a look. I could definitely fit Makeshift Battalion in there. Basically, if enough stuff attacks, this gets a buff. Temporary buff plus haste and a scry 1, all for a reasonable cost of 1 mountain. I'm definitely adding this to my red-green. The zombie I had previously mentioned. Centaur Nurturer again. Erratic Visionary honestly looks interesting. Basically, for the same cost that I cast it for, I get to draw a card and discard a card. And I know you probably can't see the art that well with my real shitty camera on the laptop. I feel like if someone had time, Photoshop, and a free weekend, they could meme this dude's face. Because he has a very memeable expression. And I want to get something to edit his face with. But put some ironic meme format on there, just deep fry it to shit. A standard flying creature. Okay, now some interesting stuff. Tibalt's Rager is the first out of the couple of uncommons. When it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. I can give it a +2/+0 buff for a small cost. And it's a by standard 1/2. Next is the Devouring Hellion. When it enters the battlefield, I may sacrifice any number of creatures and or planeswalkers. And if I do, it enters with twice that many +1/+1 counters on it. That's kind of terrifying. Because I could think of something like that. Like, say you had a white-red, because white is really good at getting a ton of smaller creatures out there really fast. So, say you had a deck that was built with some lower level, like basically expendable white creatures, and you just get them out there as fast as you can. And then you draw your Devouring Hellion and you throw it down there. Sacrifice all those dudes. And then you have, like, really buff guy on the field all of a sudden. Not to mention, I am pretty sure, give him haste while you're at it. It could happen. Probably not a smart move, but it could happen. And of course, there's the Planeswalker. Oh, yeah, I didn't even mention her abilities when I showed her off. Each creature I control that's a wolf or werewolf. Hey, I'm recording a video. If you're gonna enter, then enter. I'm just recording a video right now. What? What do you think I spend my money on anymore, dude? This. I own. Did you get a Black Lotus? Did I get it? Wizards of the Coast. I guarantee you, they stopped manufacturing Black Lotus after 1996. You know, a whole 6 years before I existed. Yeah, I still have to open and show off the good finds out of this. Yeah, it got really chilly tonight. Like basically all the snow melted. What? Fuck. Alright. Alright, yeah. Can you close the door on your way out, please? Yep, thank you. Alright, back to it. My Planeswalker. I'm sorry about that. Family, basically. Basically, each wolf or werewolf that enters the battlefield gets an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And I can -2 to create a 2/2 wolf token creature. Okay. I'm already thinking here. If it says a 2/2 green wolf token creature, but it would be a 3/3 because of the buff already on it. I don't know if I would use this. Maybe. I don't know. Probably. All right. Next, the Enter the God Eternals. Deals. Okay. It's a sorcery. It does 4 damage to target creature, and life steal. Basically, it deals damage to the creature, and then I gain life equal to the damage dealt that way. So, basically, smite, steal the life force. Basically, then you guys play Wizardry 7, and you got like late game Wizardry 7, and you got life steal. It was a great spell. If you played Wizardry 7, either you played it on the old school Windows 98, like I did. I beat it on the Windows 98. Or you have it on Steam or something. That game's a blast. I have the clue book sitting right over there, but back to the matter at hand. I'll make a review of that game eventually, because it's a great game. It's a better RPG than Final Fantasy, in my opinion. And, okay, the target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into the graveyard. And it has amass 4. Basically, I just put 4 +1/+1 counters on an army I control. Okay, and that was the last of all the 15 card packs. That took way too damn long. So now I have 4 miscellaneous kind of stuff put together. Overall, just on the 15 card packs, there's enough stuff to where I could take a look at some of my more popular decks that I really enjoy using, and I could basically disassemble them and think, do I need this or this, and try to like shift it to specialize what I want it to do better. And I really think that's interesting. So now let's go ahead and crack open some of our miscellaneous ones. I'm going to start with this one, because the first one I noticed was Blossoming Sands. It's another dual land. It's white-green, enters tapped, and I gain a life. And I really like those dual lands where you get life for free. Okay. Plastic, my mortal enemy. Fuck. Come on. Okay. This is just land, isn't it? Are you fucking kidding me? I lose my shit over a fucking land. Come to realize, oh wait, it's all fucking land. Oh, no, it is not all land. I can tell you right now, this is land. This is about half of it. Alright. The stuff that is not... Fuck. I just poked my eye. Ow. That hurt like a motherfucker. Alright. Alright. I think... And the rest of these are lands, question mark. Yeah. This is... Yeah, basically, most of what I got out of here was land. And what's not land is somewhat interesting. Another Flaxen Intruder. Weird, this Flaxen Intruder has different art than the one I pulled out of here. Okay. Beanstalk Giant, again, the dual effect. I don't know how that works. Alright. The Marleaf Pixie, 2/2 flying, and I get to add more mana. I tap it basically. Next. Acolyte of Affliction. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 2 cards of my library in my graveyard, and then I may return a permanent from my graveyard to my hand. Okay. I think it's a bit overpriced, though. It's a 2/3, and it costs 4. It costs 4 swamp and 2 extra, which I think it's just a bit much, but whatever. Inspiring Veteran, 2/2, reasonably priced for 2 Mountain and Plains. And other knights I control get +1/+1. Definitely going to start building a knight deck once I piece enough knights together. I'm trying to bullet point most of these now because we're 41 minutes in. I'm just going to try to get this done as quick as I can. Wandermare, it's a horse. Whenever I cast a creature spell that has adventure, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Boom. On to the next one. Grumgully the Generous. Again, a somewhat memeable face in ironic situations. Okay. Okay, so any other non-human creature I control gets +1/+1. Cool. Okay. This game is trying to get me to start a knight deck because Steelclaw Lance is equipment, but if I equip a knight, it has a cheaper equipment cost. +2/+2 to equipped creature. Alright. Devourer of Memory. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into my graveyard from my library. Okay, Devourer of Memory gets +1/+1 till end of turn and can't be blocked. Basically, I move 2 cards to my graveyard. It gets a buff for the rest of the turn. And I can put top card of my library into my graveyard. Oh, so I can, like, intentionally do that to give it the buff. Okay. Staggering Insight, Enchantment Aura, +1/+1, and has Lifelink. I fucking love Lifelink. My first ever deck that I built with my M15 was my first pack that I bought. It was like 99% lifelink, and I loved it. I still have it. I need to update it, though. It's very, very outdated. I feel like it's been picked apart to death by my friends countless times. So I'm going to have to tweak it a lot. Yeah, +1/+1, lifelink, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. 3 things that I absolutely love right here. And another Inspiring Veteran. It's weird, they gave me 2 Inspiring Veterans, but they didn't make them anywhere close in the thing. Well, I'm glad I started with the one that was just 67% land. Fuck, now I need a place to put these. Right there. Is there a fucking... there might be a draft in my room. I am recording on my bed. So... next one. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Next one. Whoa. A lot lot of rare shit out of the gate, and it's okay. Oh, I see what they did there. I got one rare of each color. I get that. I like that. Tree Shaker Chimera. All creatures able to block Tree Shaker Chimera do so. This honking lad. This absolute fucking unit is an 8/5. All creatures that are able to block him have to block him. And when he dies, draw 3 cards. Cool. Terror of Mount Velis, flying double strike. When it enters the battlefield, creatures I control get double strike till end of turn. Demon of Loathing, flying trample. Again, honking lads is a 7/7. Ooh. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. Ooh. I'm thinking back to my M15 deck. I have the Resolute Archangel, which, if you're really just fuck out of luck and your opponent's got you down to 1 life, you cast Resolute Archangel, your health goes back to 20. No cap. So I'm trying to think, between that and the Demon of Loathing, if you've seen Fantasia, I know, we're going like back. I'm trying to think of how I could do like the Night on Bald Mountain and Ave Maria scene, but basically do that in Magic the Gathering. I don't know, Fantasia is such an old movie. It was like Disney back in, fuck it. Fantasia's great. If you have Disney Plus, watch it. I'm not sponsored by them. Disney doesn't like handing out money. Oh, fuck. Serpent of Yawning Depths. Okay. Krakens, Leviathans, Octopi, and Serpents I control cannot be blocked except by Krakens, Leviathans, Octopi, and Serpents. That's weird, but this dude, okay. Weird, but I might be able to do something with it. I don't know. And the last one is Victory's Envoy. At the beginning of my upkeep phase, put a +1/+1 on each other creature you control. And it doesn't seem to go away at the end of the turn. If I get this card out there early, and I keep it alive, and we just sit there, and I stall out almost everything, I should be good. Definitely usable. Extra card, flying and stuff. Stalls it out a bit, return some stuff. It's another one of these double crap. I don't know how to play those. Oh, this is a lot. Okay. Witching Well. Basically, it's like scry 2, and I can sack it to draw 2. What? Okay. Caliphate, Beloved of the Sea. The power, or attack if you speak in the not technical terms, basically. Yeah, the power is equal to my Devotion of Blue, which I thought was... First time I saw that, I'm like, what? Ooh, okay. Creatures and enchantments I control have spells that my opponent would cast to that permanent cost an extra mana extra to cast. I like that. I might be able to find some use for that. Some more flying shit. Another double that I can't play. Another double I can't play. Land. Okay, here we go. It was just mountains. This entire stack is just mountains. All right. Something to screw over your opponent's hand. Destroy target creature who is basically a scrub with power 3 or less. I got 2 of those. Double crap, I can't play a lot of that. Another knight. Okay. It's a knight, but if I like cast at least 3 swamps to cast it, it comes in with +1/+1. I like that. Also has menace. A double thing that I don't know how to play yet, but it has lifelink, so I might keep that around. Underworld Charger can't block, but okay, it has escape on it, and if I get it to escape, it has 2 +1/+1s on it. I like that. Another escape one, and it gets 2 +1/+1s on it. A zombie that has each opponent. Ooh. You basically, when it enters the battlefield, my opponent loses X life, and X equals my devotion to swamp, or black. I like that. I'm definitely going to use that. Okay, something to help get my knights from my graveyard to my hand. Land, land. It's all forests. This is all forests. Nessian Wanderer. Is that another planeswalker? Okay, I thought it was another planeswalker. Sorry, I'm just quickly looking at this stuff. Another Raging Redcap, which 1/2 double strike. Okay, back to what I was looking at here. The Nessian Wanderer. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, look at the top 3 cards of my library. Basically, reveal 1, put it in my hand. The rest go in the bottom. Enchantment Aura basically gives it +3/+3 and reach, and is now classified as a giant. Another demigod where it's okay. Cool. It's another demigod where the power is equal to the devotion to green, and each other creature I control enters with +1/+1 on it. Whenever I draw it. Okay. And the rest of this stuff just seems like very... There's a double I don't know how to play. The rest of this seems like very... Yeah, I feel like most of what is in the back half, or like the back of this, is just very good if you need to build a burn deck centered around reds. Nothing that really is outstanding, but stuff that is very much viable, or at least someone could make viable. Almost done. We got 2 more to go through. I think this one is probably going to be a bit more land, so I'm just going to go ahead and crack this one open next. Come on. Where the fuck is it? Son of a... Plastic. It's always the plastic. There we go. All right. I did not get it off all the way. I am brain dead. All right. It's land. I predicted correctly. Oh, wait. We've struck. Okay. I would say this is a little shy of a half, probably a little greater than a third, but not a full half of the cards here are land. Artifact. When it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Creatures of the chosen color get +1/+0, and I can add it. I can add a mana of the chosen color. This is basically a glorified land, but I choose what it is and can't change it. Plus, it adds a small buff. Artifact. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Jousting dummy again. Basically, some pleb I can armor up. Artifact. I got that twice. Okay. Twice in a row. Traveler's Amulet. Sacrifice it, search for a basic land, reveal it. Okay. Yeah, I could sack it, search for land, reveal it, put it in my hand, and then shuffle library. Inspiring Veteran, again, which is a knight, it buffs other knights. Wandermare, again, basically uses adventure ability that I don't know how to do yet. Improbable Alliance is whenever I draw another card a turn, create 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. I got that twice in a row. Wintermoor Commander. Toughness is equal to the number of knights I control. And okay. Whenever it attacks, another knight gains indestructible to the end of the turn. I like that. And it has Death Touch. I'm going to see what this in my left hand. If it's just lands, then I know that I've chosen the right one to do next. Okay. Okay. It's not all lands. But yikes. Okay. Yeah. That's all that's left of this. It's not land. Okay. Another double, but it's a 6/5, so I might keep it around. Another double, I don't know. Another double, I don't. Doubles. Flaxen Intruder again. A lot of these are just doubles that I don't know how to play. Yeah, I don't know the adventure ability yet. I just. I have no idea if it's like a creature ability or something. I have no idea. But that's what all of what I'm holding in my hand just have the adventure ability, which I just don't know how to use. So we're gonna find out later. I'm gonna ask a guy about how that works, and we're just gonna find out. The only one that doesn't have the adventure ability is is it Surfarin or Searfarin? It's spelled SYR. I'm just gonna call it Surfarin. Surfarin. I'm 94% sure that's a female. Fuck. I have no idea. Searfarin. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Searfarin now. I have no idea. Fuck it. Farron the Henchhammer. Whenever the Henchhammer attacks, another target attacking creature gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is Hedgehammer's power. Interesting. Definitely interesting. I just don't know about it. I got a fuck ton of doubles with, the adventure ability. Anytime I just say doubles, it's adventure, and I just don't know how to play it, so I don't know how it would be useful. Which is why I need to do research as this video uploads. We're going to place this. Let's move my pillow. I'm going to put that bad boy right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, an hour later. Oh, fuck. Holy shit, my cousin's going to be here in like 30 minutes. Poggers. All right, an hour later. The last pack. I need to stop making these videos so goddamn long. I'm sorry that you gotta sit here, listen to some pleb ramble on for a fucking hour who can't even open fucking plastic. If you're still watching, thank you. I do appreciate that you watched this late in the video. You could have just watched the first 10 minutes, think, I'm glad he picked up another pack, and been on with your day, but watching this late is it's pretty cool, and you deserve a high five. I am totally not stalling for the fact that I can't open plastic. Yeah, I was I was totally stalling. All right. Okay. I have a fling, very standard stuff. Another demigod, where its power is equal to the devotion to red. And whenever it or another, it's called Anax, but I'm just thinking Anon, like any green text. I'm just going to refer to this as Anon. Whenever Anon or another non-creature token I control dies, create create a 1/1 red satyr token with creature can't block. If the creature had power 4 or greater, create 2 of those instead. Okay, somewhat useful. Wait. I wish that Wizards of the Coast made this card as a fucking joke, because it would have been perfect, right up there with Cheaty Face and Chaos Confetti, for me anyway. It's called Bake into a Pie, and the second I read that title, I thought of the ASDF movie clip, I baked you a pie. Oh boy, what flavor? Pie flavor. And the flavor text on this is perfect. My secret ingredient. Well, I can't tell you that, but here's a hint. It's not love. My secret ingredient. Well, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Oh God, I'm so sorry. My sense of humor is just niche content, just like my channel. Lands. Another bake into a pie. Okay, so I did skip a good chunk of reds at the start of this. There is an adventure that I don't know how to do. Most of this just seem... Yeah, these are just decent burn stuff. A good burn stuff to deal some damage to creatures you just want to get out of the way. Deals damage to any target. This one actually, I have 2 of them. Lets you draw a card. Temporarily control creature. Fling. Anon. This is somehow a less effective funeral rites. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, and put the top 2 cards of my library into my graveyard. That is a less effective Sign in Blood. Because Sign in Blood, you gain 2 life and just lost 2 health. None of this putting stuff into your graveyard crap. This is just a less effective Sign in Blood, and if I'm being honest, I don't imagine me using this when I could just go out, pick up some Sign in Bloods. Yeah, creature that enters... Yeah, so another creature, the Blight Breath... I should read the creature names before I announce them. Blight Breath kept... Look at the Blight Breath, because I lost more brain cells. Basically, when it enters, I debuff a dude by XX, minus X, minus X, and X is my devotion to black. Okay. And of course, I baked you a pie. Oh boy. What flavor? Yeah, bake into a pie is interesting because I have to destroy tart. Oh, oh, this is great actually, because it's just destroy target creature. It never says that it has to be one of your creatures. Bake into a pie could be an opponent's creature. I like that. Basically, and I get to create a food token, which I can sacrifice the food, gain 3 life. I like that. I might actually use that. Land, land. It's a shit ton of land. Another baked into a pie. Another demigod, but the toughness is equal to the devotion to black. Exile a few cards from my graveyard, and I gain some life back in return. Some more cards let me draw cards. Another Mantle of Tides, which is an equipment +1/+2. Whoa. This is a great debuff. Enchant creature. Enchant creature gets -2, -0, but it gets -6, -0 if its controller has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. And here's the real thing, it only costs 1 island. I'm using this. I'm definitely going to use this. Alright. More stuff that lets me draw stuff. A lot of creatures with flying. When it enters, flying plus draw a card. Draw a card. Flying. Flying and draw a card. Lands. Please don't be lands to the end. It is not. Venerable Knight again, which is where it dies. I get +1/+1 on another knight I control. Inspiring Veteran buffs all the knights. Ardenvale Paladin. It's a 2/5. If at least 3 white mana was spent to cast the spell, it enters with a +1/+1. Another Adventure Knight. Very basic human soldier, which okay, it costs 5, 1 planes and 4 extra, but it's only a 1/2. Its effect reads, quote, when Reverent Hoplite, which is the creature, enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens equal to my devotion to white. I don't imagine I will ever use this unless I'm strictly going for I need a ton of white creatures out fast as I can. Daybreak Chimera. Basically flying and it costs less to cast. I didn't know they still made those. Where it costs X less to cast, where X is my devotion to white. Pretty useful. Another Banishing Light. Exiled target permanent, basically. Non-land permanent, I will specify. Seer Allen. Lion's Claw. First strike, whenever Allen, Lion's Claw, attacks other creatures I control, get +1/+1 till end of turn. Another Venerable Knight. Okay, another decent debuff here, to where I enchant a creature without flying. Enchanted creature cannot attack, block, or use its activated abilities. That's actually pretty fun. I could get some use out of that. Last is Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. Daxos' toughness is equal to my devotion to white, and whenever another creature I control enters the battlefield or dies, gain a life. Oh, basically any creature I have that goes in and then out. I gained 2 life in that process. So let's say I have a creature. I have Daxos here on the battlefield. Creature enters. Creature has like sacrifice ability. I gain a life from him entering. Sacrifice him, I gain another one on his way out. Not to mention the benefits of whatever his sacrifice could have me getting. I could see this as very useful. Yeah, this is actually, I do see this as useful. And that was it. That's everything. I'm running out of space to put my crap. Okay. We are an hour and 10 minutes. So that was it. That was a deck building guide, or deck building kit, complete with deck building guide. That's what I was going to say. That is a very long magic. A strand of hair is pissing me off. It's a very long video. I didn't expect it to go over an hour, honestly. I thought it would be about 45 to 50. I'm going to stop rambling now. But thank you so much for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, get yourself a pie. It could even be pie flavored if you want. I don't know. Help me find a use for this cardboard besides taking up some box space and being a makeshift divider for when I have to store decks or something. I don't know. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy and stay safe out there. Peace.